see the comments here. Okay. Hello everyone and happy Thursday. I'm planning to make this a weekly occurrence so you see me more often. So I'm Coach Pamela and today we're going to learn on the excuses that sound valid but are secretly keeping you stuck in your weight loss and fitness journey. So stick around. Also welcome to the Weight Loss for Women Over 35 Facebook group. This is a group dedicated for whoever's new here, right? Or who need a reminder on who I am. So this is a group dedicated for women over 30 and actually anyone who wants to lose and sustain their weight so they can gain confidence, boost energy, and reduce their stress while still being able to eat the foods they love guilt-free. But even if your goal is not weight loss at the moment, I can help with that, whether it's to be healthier, be more consistent in your fitness and health journey, eat better, gain strength, gain muscle mass, improve your cardio, and so on. Maybe not bodybuilding at the moment, but you get the gist, right? So, I created this group because of my own weight loss journey, because I have yo-yo dieted for years. If you have known my story, I was dieting all the time, and then when I entered the world of fitness and health, I developed a mild form of orthorexia, even when I had a coach, because I just got into it, right? So what orthorexia is it is an unhealthy obsession with healthy and clean eating. So that means only super healthy and clean foods were on my mind 24/7. So when I discovered how to make small tweaks that created big changes, everything changed. It was like magic. Poof! I not only lost 15 kilograms or 33 pounds, but I also sustained it for, I believe, 4 years already. So this is why I want to help y'all here and women over 35 to do the same. This is why I want to help you lose and maintain your weight and regain your health back without any restrictions or doing excessive exercising and a bunch of cardio, by still being able to eat the foods you love and enjoy your weekends so you can have a life. Technically, I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes I did, right? So that's why this group is here, so you don't do the mistakes I did. So, back to the training about excuses that sound valid. Oh my god. Excuses that sound valid but are secretly keeping you stuck in your weight loss and fitness journey. If you ever, I don't know if I can see comments here, but I know there'll be comments. Okay, so you're smart, you're driven, you know the basics, right? You've probably read the books, done the challenges, followed the meal plans, maybe even hired a coach or a personal trainer, or done some kind of fitness and health thing, maybe some short program, long program, whatever the thing is. So maybe like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, whatever. So why does it still feel like you're hustling hard but seeing crumbs for results? If you're doing all the things but your body still isn't changing, if your energy feels like it's running on fumes by 2 p.m., if your workouts are leaving you sore but not sculpted, it's not a you problem. It's a what you're being told to focus on problem. Because you're not lazy, you're not inconsistent, you're not broken. You're just trying to thrive in a body that's changing with a strategy that hasn't, right? So let's break this down together. These are 6 common beliefs I hear from powerful, high-functioning women over 35 who want to lose weight, rebalance their hormones, and finally feel like themselves again. Because they sound smart, they sound responsible, but they're actually keeping you stuck. So let's see if any of this have been playing on loop in your mind for a while already. So, number 1, I just need to stay consistent. What it sounds like is I'm doing my part, but what it really means is I'm attached to effort but allergic to change. Yes, I'm doing my part. It sounds like I'm doing my part, but what it really means is I'm attached to effort but I'm allergic to change. So here are some deep self-reflection questions before I say more. Are you measuring progress by how exhausted you feel instead of how energized you feel? What if the thing you're being most consistent with is the exact thing keeping you stuck? Would you rather keep being consistent with the wrong strategy or be bold enough to shift to one that actually works for your phase of life and also be able to eat the foods you love guilt-free? Like my client who lost almost a pound after eating pizza the day before. Is your need to be consistent making your fear of trying something different? Right? So, right? I just need to stay consistent, right? You bought the planner, you've made the vision board, you've repeated the mantra, oh, just stay consistent. But here's the thing no one tells you. Consistency alone doesn't equal results, right? Even in business or whatever. You can be relentlessly consistent with the wrong damn plan. And that's where most of you get stuck. You keep pushing, you check all the boxes, you're eating clean, doing your cardio, maybe lifting weights, but nothing is changing. It's not because you're not trying. It's because you're still following a method that ignores the reality of your hormones, your stress levels, and your stage of life. Because your body is wiser now. It's more sensitive, and it's begging for you to get out of hustle mode and into strategy mode. Because consistency only works when it's paired with precision. Without that, you are just reinforcing patterns that keep you spinning. Right? Number 2, I just need life to calm down. Do you always say that? Type yes in the comments if you always say that. And, right? I train hard, but I just haven't, I'm looking for something. Hold a second. Okay. I just need life to calm down, right? What it sounds like to me is I'll start when the timing is better. What it really means is I'm postponing my power to be the best version I can be. Let me ask you a raw question. When was the last time life actually calmed down? We wait for the perfect window. After vacation, after the launch, after the kids settle, after the stress passes. So many things, right? But here's the truth. Life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger, right? Your body doesn't transform when you're on the beach with zero responsibilities. It transforms when you learn to build habits that withstand the chaos. Because if your results depend on a perfect schedule, perfect sleep, and perfect motivation, you'll never get there. You don't need more peace. You need systems that thrive in the storm. And that's why it's and that's why it's the best time to start your fitness and health journey is when you are the busiest, so you can make it fit your freaking life, right? And that's the difference between dabbling and becoming unstoppable. Okay. Number 3, I'm prioritizing my family right now. What it sounds like to me is, yeah, they need me. But what it really means is I'm using them as a shield to avoid owning my own needs. You know, you're the go-to woman or the go-to person. There's men in this group too. The rock, the one who shows up, makes it work, holds everyone together. You give, and then tell yourself you'll focus on your health after. But the truth, after never comes. And in the meantime, you're tired, your body aches, you don't recognize yourself in the mirror anymore. And still, you convince yourself that focusing on you is selfish? But what if it's the exact opposite? What if the most selfless thing you could do is to stop abandoning yourself? And maybe you're doing all the workouts, but you're not prioritizing like stretching, mobility. If I prescribe that to you, for example, like I'm your coach, you gotta do that. You say, oh, it's not for me at the moment, but it will catch up onto you. You will need, if you don't do it now, you will need to do it later. And actually it's gonna make your workouts even better, right? You gotta stop abandoning yourself. Because the version of you who feels strong, sexy, energized, and empowered, they parent better, they lead better, they love better. Like, have you ever noticed that you, if you have a consistent workout routine or strength training, you you control your mood better. So let's say maybe your partner did something that annoyed you. You don't like right. That's not, you don't do that. Instead, you especially if you have a yoga practice or you have better stress management, you'll talk to them in a better way instead of fighting and shouting at each other, right? You don't have to choose between them and you. You just have to stop making your worth conditional on your sacrifices. Number 4, I train hard. I'm just not seeing results. What it sounds like to me is I'm putting in the work, but what it really means is I'm addicted to effort but missing alignment. Hear it again. I train hard, but I'm not seeing results. I'm not just seeing results. To me, it sounds like I'm putting in the work, but what it really means is I'm addicted to effort but missing alignment. So, you're the type of person who doesn't back down, right? You go hard in the gym, you show up when you're tired, you push through pain, through sweat, through life, but here's the cold truth. You can't out-train a misaligned plan, right? I used to do HIIT almost 5 days a week, and I would like work out twice a day, HIIT classes, like, and then there were times that I would even do fitness classes like back to back, right? Like 2 or 3 back to back, like literally back to back, one after the other after the other. And you could be doing everything right, but if your training is inflaming your body and making you injured and stressing your adrenals and overloading your nervous system, you'll never see the results you crave. Because at 35 plus, your hormones are shifting, your recovery is different, your stress tolerance is lower, and your body isn't asking for more intensity. Like, even if you're not 35 plus yet, or even you're not 35, it's best you listen to this because it'll just catch up to you, right? And then you'll realize, oh, I've been doing the wrong things all this time. So it's asking, your body is asking for wisdom. It's asking you to match your movement with your biology. Because hard doesn't equal effective, like 75 hard. It's not effective AF. Like, yeah, it's good for consistency, but if you miss a day or you don't do this thing in one day, you have to start all over again. What the hell is that? That's like the all or nothing mentality mindset. What the fuck? And sorry for the swearing. And in this season of life, strategic over savage, even though you want to be savage AF, right? Because you don't need to push harder, you need to pull smarter levers. Number 5, I don't have time right now. To me, what it sounds like is my schedule is slammed, but what it really means is I've lost control of my own priorities. Because you've got work, a partner, a family, a full inbox, the demands are endless, right? So the idea of fitting in another thing, your own goals, feels overwhelming. But let's be honest, it's not about time. It's about ownership. Because if your time belongs to everyone but you've given your power away. People like you make things happen. You solve problems. You run teams. You juggle roles. So when you say, I don't have time, what you're really saying is, I don't see myself as important enough to schedule until it's too late. Like, you always see people doing it, but oh, I don't have time to focus on my health until it's too late. Then, oh, you make all the time you have in the world to focus on your health, like when you're sick or someone, passes away from something you don't want to get, right? Like a family member, because it may be hereditary, stuff like that. And that belief is the real weight holding you down. Oops. If you want more energy, more confidence, a body that feels alive again, then stop waiting for time to find you and start making yourself non-negotiable. Because like a happy mom, a happy dad are happy children, right? A happy wife or a happy husband is a happy, the significant other is happier, right? If a mom is not happy, how is a family happy? How can the children be happy? So she's just gonna be more erratic, right? Number 6, I don't want to seem selfish. What it sounds like to me is I care deeply about others, right? What it sounds like is I don't care deeply about others. But what it really means is I'm afraid of being judged for choosing myself. Let me repeat that. I don't want to seem selfish is number 6, right? What it sounds like to me is I care deeply about others. Well, what it really means is I'm afraid of being judged for choosing myself. This one is quiet. It doesn't scream like stress or crash like burnout. It whispers, what if they think I'm too much? What if they think I've changed? But here's the thing. You are changing. And that's not selfish. That's sacred. You spent years proving your worth through sacrifice. And now your body is tired. Your soul is restless. You're ready for more. And the only thing in the way is this old story that says your needs come last. You don't have to. The thing is, you don't have to apologize for evolving. You don't have to shrink to keep the peace. Choosing you doesn't mean you're abandoning them. Actually, it makes yourself a better person. It makes yourself a better parent. It makes yourself a better significant other, spouse, employee. It means you're finally coming home to yourself, right? Because it finally means you're coming home to yourself. So, let me see if I have others. Right? So, just seeing. Okay. So, these smart excuses, they're polished, they're noble, they even sound productive, right? But deep down, you know they're keeping you in the loop of stuckness. So if you're tired of feeling like you're doing everything and still not seeing the payoff, if you're ready to step into a plan that matches your hormones, your life, and your goals without punishing restriction or guilt, and being able to eat the foods you love guilt-free, then today's live is for you. So, yeah. So, that's it for today's training. Let me know what was your biggest takeaway from this. And to know more on how to lose 10 pounds and beyond while eating the foods you love guilt-free just like my clients do, on a step-by-step basis. So if you want to know more on how to lose 10 pounds and beyond, or even get fit or gain weight, whatever your fitness goal is, while eating the foods you love guilt-free, just like my clients do, on a step-by-step basis, then say how in the comments or DM me. So that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed this training, and let me know what was your biggest takeaway. Have you noticed yourself in six of these excuses? Bye.